Hi, this is Shannah. I hope you're doing well and that you're safe. And today we're going to look into the good things coming. And we have three piles. We have pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. So you can pause the video to choose your pile, take your time, and I will see you in a couple of moments. Thank you. So if you chose pile number one, this is your reading. And let's see what are the good things coming your way. First we have the number 23, Ascended Master Jesus and Rosofia, and Meaningful Sacrifice. Or Rosofia, Rosofia. Yeah, like Rose and Sophia together. Meaningful Sacrifice, Crystal Masters 333. There you go. We have now number 3, again, inspiration. So 3 is a number of creativity. Then we have 52, and we have Goddess of the Moon. We have 39, we have New Life. 36, we have Patience. We have a lot of 3s here because 9, we have here 39. 9 is also 333. 6 is a 3-3. So wow. Let's put everything here. Yeah. There's one more card, and this is number 53. Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait. There you go. Now, what are you supposed to wait for? The thing is, you have been yearning for a new life, for a new start in your life. Maybe you want to change your life completely. Maybe it's like a project that you want to start. We're going to look into that. Maybe you're even trying to move somewhere else. You're trying to start over completely somewhere else, but you're not being able to. There's what we get here from the meaningful sacrifice. With a meaningful sacrifice, we also get some kind of disappointment, frustration, things not going your way. You feel like the universe is not allowing you to get what you want. You feel like you're not allowed to manifest what you really want, and you're starting to doubt that you should go after that. The thing is, yes, there are delays in getting what you want, but it's because you're being aligned perfectly to what you want. And that's why it's meaningful sacrifice. You're probably not getting what you want exactly in the shape and form like you wanted it, because you still have to do something else. There's something bigger on its way to you. You're being part of something a lot bigger, and what you're going to manifest, it's a lot more meaningful. It's a lot more rewarding than what you've been going after all this time. And you cannot see it right now, and that's why probably you were frustrated because you had your mind set on something, but you soon will get the insight of what's really going on and what you really should do, because I also have the feeling, those who chose pile number 1, you're kind of yearning for flowing, having a direction in which to flow, because it's like you try to go your own direction, but the way got barred, it got blocked, and you cannot go around it. So you kind of trying to sense another way, another direction to flow in, right? And this direction is what's going to come. This is the inspiration. So first of all, if you've been feeling disappointed or frustrated, know that it's for your greater good, right? It's not that you cannot manifest what you want, but there's a detour that's going to bring you where you want to be. It's going to bring even better results than you've been believing until now, okay? So with the inspiration is really you either you have an idea or you are going to get an idea. And this idea is is divinely inspired. That's what I mean. And this is what we get from these two cards here, interesting enough. It's really, you have like a very good inspiration. You have a vision of what you want to achieve. And this vision is going to materialize, it's going to take more and more shape. And the more you let this idea grow, the more you believe in this idea that it is possible for it to come true, the more people you're going to attract, the more helpers are going to come your way, directly and indirectly. And this message here with inspiration with the number 3 is really telling you that it is indeed possible and you're going to succeed with this idea. You just have to have patience right now, and be open. So what these cards are saying is like, the good things that are coming to you is inspiration, is ideas, insight, and your life is going to turn around, is going to turn for the better. You're going to have this new life. You're going to start something new in your life. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to be patient right now. There's not much you can do, either, doing what you do, being inspired in the sense of you continue on working on your vision, on your dreams, but just let it flow. Just watch and wait and watch it grow. The message here also with the patience is like, enjoy the journey. Don't be so set on the result, on the finish line, right? Enjoy the journey. Really, with these two cards, what I get, watch it grow, watch it develop, find pleasure in every step of the way. And that's where you understanding. So the more pleasure you take in its development, in its blossoming, the more you'll understand what your part is and how the universe works and how everything is falling into place. And that's what this delay is. What for you is a delay is the universe putting all the pieces together for you. Because not only you being inspired with this idea that you have will also inspire other people. This is very important here. So it's like what you have to do in this world, your purpose in this world is also or includes inspiring other people. You touch other people's lives. And for some of you, could even be that you're working as a psychic, you're working as a medium, you easily receive messages from the other side or from the spirit or from the soul of the world. And with these messages, you can really touch other people's lives. The thing is, it's also from the soul of the world and from your own higher self that you'll get these ideas, that you'll get this inspiration. And your purpose for your life. And this will fill you with enthusiasm, will fill you with joy, and also with energy. It will really energize you, and you will work full of happiness. And it's really learning to work for the work and not for the result. Because what I get here from this pile as well is that the work will never stop. And it's not like, oh, I do a little bit and then I get a reward and that's it. No, it's an ever-changing, evolving process. And you're constantly growing, you're constantly getting new ideas, new inspirations. And it's a giving and taking with other people, and more people come to your life, more people will help you grow and help your idea grow, and to a moment that your idea is no longer your idea, is a process where many people are involved and helping it, shaping the world as well. For some of you, this will be even bigger, really big. So with this pile, success is guaranteed. It won't take the shape you probably wanting right now. It will lead you to other shores, which will make it greater, which will bring sweeter results as well. You just have to trust your intuition right now and be patient and be open, be curious. Be really curious about your life and what the world throws at you. Be open and curious because you'll receive a lot more than you were expecting. And pile number one, this is a beautiful, beautiful reading. So success is coming your way. Be patient, stay open, and let yourself be inspired. So I hope this resonates and inspires you. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below. Also, the link to my Instagram account. So you have a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So what are the good things coming your way? Let's see. Number 50, Goddess Persephone and Ruby, the Inner Queen, Crystal Goddesses 888. Number 4, Against the Grain. Funny, we have 888, we have 4. Pile number 1 had a lot of 3s. Let's see. Number 40, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Number 44, Thinker. Wow, it's a lot of 4s, but this is good. This is good. Good things are coming your way with the number 4. Like the universe is preparing everything for you in the background. Number 39, and this is Creation. And then we have number 8 again. Wow. Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. Yes, it is. So what do we have here? What I see here, the first thing, like those who chose pile number 2, we have a lot of artists here, a lot of creative people. Either you are an artist, like you are a dancer, a musician, a painter, a writer, or you're someone who's just very creative in your daily life, or you have your hobbies. Whatever it is, it's a high sense of creation, of creativity, and originality as well. You're a very original person. That's what we get here with going against the grain. You have a very specific way of thinking. You think differently. You do things differently. And this is sometimes not well received. Sometimes people don't understand where you're coming from. Sometimes people are also fearful of your ideas because they are such groundbreaking, pioneer ideas. Like it could be even, you could also be an inventor, that high level of creativity and working for the betterment of mankind. You can be someone, it doesn't matter in what field you actually work, you have this vision, you have creativity, and you think outside of the box. You probably don't even know what is a box. See what I mean? It's so free in your mind, in your thinking. But the reaction of people may get you down. And that's why we have here the inner queen. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. The inner queen is a state of mind. And here we have Persephone. And with the Persephone, like if you know your Greek myths, then you know Persephone spends 6 months in the underworld and 6 months on the surface with her mother. And in the underworld with Hades, her husband. So it has to do a lot for me, like the image of Persephone has a lot to do with psychology as well, the unconscious, the subconscious, and bringing buried things onto the surface. And this can be also worked in a creative way. That's, for instance, what many artists do. All their subconscious or unconscious themes can be worked through art, right? And then they play out in the collective mind as well. But I'm getting sidetracked here, so let's go back to the theme. The thing is, here, what I get here is like you've been feeling how can I put it? It's been like a dark time for you. And I think with these two cards together, it's been like difficult because either you've been suffering with other people's opinions or their judgments, or they're blocking your way. They're not allowing you to become a butterfly, and trying to force you to stay the caterpillar. But the caterpillar changes. The caterpillar needs this transformation, and that's what you need as well. You need to be who you are. And the message of this card is also, you are who you are, and you're meant to be who you are. It is incredibly important that you are who you are for the greater scheme of things. It's not by accident that you have your personality, your interests, that you have those beautiful insights and this different way of doing things. For instance, I don't know if you're familiar with, the first person that comes to mind for me right now is Nikola Tesla, right? I'm a big fan of him. So if you don't know about his work, there are thousands of documentaries on YouTube. And I really love his work, and he's really a pioneer when it comes to science and electricity, for instance. So I'm a big fan. But this kind of thinking, but of course it could be also more creative, though there are wonderful artists out there, so many, and I'm so thankful for that really inspire people on a daily basis. And this is something you have in you as well. You have really this strength to really being able to reach out to other people. And this here, the inner queen, she's telling you that this dark time, or this, feeling sad about not really being accepted, it's actually helping you to find empathy, not only for your own suffering, not only for your own situation, but also for the situation of others. Understanding where these people are coming from, and why that actually they're just acting out of fear of the unknown. It's not even personal to you, it's just they're acting out their fears and project them onto you. And this is something that you're understanding now. And this understanding is actually freeing you from these clutches, right? You are breaking free. You going really against the grain. And this is a good thing, because what you're getting here is more self-confidence. What you're getting here is owning up to your inner beauty, to your outer beauty, to who you are. There's nothing else to add. It's just that. And the thing is you're going through a long process, and it's like, this is also again has to do with psychology, but I'm seeing again working through this through art, like music, dancing, and painting, expressing it, because all this needs expression. This is really important. And what is also important, again, I'll just repeat myself, is that you express yourself. And do not forget, you have this power, you have this unique power of making the impossible possible. Really, you are a pioneer, you have a vision. So here with Metatron is also a very powerful energy. It's really bringing clarity to your mind. You're starting to see things as they are. Metatron here with the thinker is really bringing clarity to your thinking process. It could be that your thinking process has been clouded, in the sense you lost a sense of purpose, or like we have already had this in other readings, like you not believing that you're allowed, that you have permission to be who you are, to express your truth, right? But this now brings clarity to you. You can see clearer, and you feel lighter as well. And then suddenly you become the channel of your creations. You become the channel of all the creativity around you, of all the beauty around you. You turn it into something tangible. You write it down, you paint it, you turn it into something audible. Either you tell stories, or you make music, and you make music and tell stories. It's limitless, the possibilities that you have to express yourself. But this is something that you need. This is really inherent to your personality. I cannot stress it enough how important it is that you do it. And The thing is, the good news here is what's really coming to you is you, like I said earlier, owning up to this. You feeling free to do and be who you are, feeling confident, and you start to express this. Here with the creation card, another thing that is quite important here, it's another message of this card, is because you're going to start dedicating yourself to your vision, to your self-expression. So this card is also telling you to save money. It's really, really specific, but save money for your project. I can see here like making plans and thinking in a very sensible way of doing step after step, because sometimes when you start something new or something really daring, it may be that the financial results aren't immediately there. And this card is actually telling you be creative, but also make sure that you have a sound financial basis, for you to work on. And so that you do not stop your creative flow because of financial impediments, or like financial worries in this case. But the most important thing is you'll be taking action. There was going to be a phase where you are thinking a lot, but this is also important in order to strategize, in order to make plans, in order to take priorities or make priorities, and to know what's really important. The other good thing is you're getting this clarity, but you're actually leaving everything quite loose, in the sense that although you're thinking a lot, it's like you're not going to have all these rigid rules and how it's going to be, because also through your sixth sense, so to say, because you're highly intuitive. Artists are also mediums, are also channels, right? But they express their visions through another skill, right? And because you know that life is very playful, life has thousands of possibilities, you're not going to strict yourself to a certain result. You're not going to reduce yourself to a certain path. You're going to give way and going to let life play out as well and take you where it may. Because it's a mystery, you don't know exactly why everything happens, but you also know that you don't have to know. You just have to trust and do your thing. And this is the good thing for you. If you have been having doubts about who you are, if you have been having doubts about your path, about your creative path, don't. You're coming out of the darkness. The inner queen is bringing you out of the darkness. And she's also telling you that you are protected, that your work is important, and your work will help people. You'll be inspiring other people as well. Your work is important. Who you are is important. So trust your intuition, trust what you feel that you must do, and get into action and let life take care of the rest. And that's why we have so many 4-4-4s, because this is here, life taking care of you, is life then aligning all possibilities, aligning people, attracting people to you, bringing them to you. You don't have to do that. The only thing you have to do is be yourself and do what you feel you have to do to express the truest version of who you are. And this is what's becoming possible. Well, pile number 2. This was your message. I hope it makes sense. I hope it resonates and inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time, full of love. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below. And also the link to my Instagram account. So thank you so much and have a wonderful time. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. There you go. see it? So, what are the good things coming your way? We have 37, Goddess Tara and Tibetan quartz, her eye ever open. Crystal Goddesses, 888. Then we have She Feels, She Knows, 22. We have 21, Strategy. 40, Co-Create. So there's a lot of 4s and 2s and 8s. Interesting. So let's see if we find here some space. Okay. Then we have number 25, Resistance. And 58, Stag Spirit, Take the Lead. Now, what I see here is the need to become more courageous. It's the need to become more bold. There's some fear here, especially here with her eye open. Yeah. It's like this card is really a blessing. With Goddess Tara, Tara is really the goddess of compassion, but she always brings courage as well. You know, she removes fears, she removes obstacles as well. And she's very loving. And so what I see here is some fear about your life. Is this fear of owning your own destiny, owning your own creativity, owning your own success. This is the big fear here. And the question for me here, and this especially here with the resistance card, right? Because the resistance card is actually telling us about getting the door slammed on our face many times. And also talks about procrastination. So you're finding like outer resistance and inner resistance. And first of all, you are afraid of getting rejected, which is okay. Everyone is. You're not the only one. And then one of the fears, you know, there's the fear of rejection, and the other one is of the fear of being successful. It's not only like I'm not worthy, so that could be one of the main basis for that fear, but it also is like, what would other people say, in the sense of who do you think you are, that other people would resent it. That's the word, that other people would resent your success. So people that you love, people, you know, that are really near to your heart and dear to you, and that for you is very difficult. And then comes this, I'm not worthy, you know, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve to be more successful than my friends, don't deserve to be more successful than my parents, and then you play yourself small. And this is the main feeling I get from pile number 3, is you play yourself small. But the good news is you're not small. And this feeling of being small, or your fears, will start disappearing. Those are the good news, right? Is the fear is going to disappear. You'll overcome your fear. You probably also have fear of being seen, of being public, of showing yourself in public, showing, or showing your even psychic abilities. Could even be revealing your sexuality for some of you, like coming out of the closet. Whatever it is, you're afraid of showing yourself for who you really are. And this is like, as you can see, there are many layers here combined with fears and not giving yourself permission. So there are many reasons. Some of you will have like a cluster of reasons. All of these reasons will be true for you. For some of you, it will be one or just two. Doesn't matter. Take it as this resonates, because the main feeling here is really the fear of doing what you love. And this is what will stop the fear, because you will start doing what you love. And the first thing that you will understand, right, here, what she feels she knows, is that you'll understand why you have these obstacles, be it the outer world saying no to you, or being your inner world keeping you from doing what you love. But you'll start understanding that this is actually part of the journey. It's not the world being mad, being mean to you, or it's not you being stupid. Yeah, sometimes we feel stupid when we stop ourselves. So the thing is, you start understanding that it's all part of your growth. It's all part of your understanding of life, understanding of yourself. So you start to see clearer, and you start to transform, and you start going for your long-term happiness. Right? Even if some smaller things don't work out, but you start getting that long-term project, right? And this card also promises you things that are not working out right now, they will work out later and better than you think. So in this knowledge and in this understanding of your fears, and that you're blocking yourself and why, out of this clarity, you start then to make plans. And you start then to take steps towards the realization of your goals. And you start then being open to co-create, be it with life, be it with spirit, be it with other people. It's all the same at the end of the day. But you started to be open to create your reality, to create your projects step by step, right? You start to make it real. You start bringing it to the ground, grounding it, manifesting it, making it real. And the more you see your projects, your visions, your dreams as something feasible, not being led by fear or undermining your creativity and your ambition with fears. So the less you do that, and that's what you're going to do, is you're starting to overcome your fears. And the more you take your dreams and visions and projects seriously, then you start to understand, okay, I've been going this way, but this doesn't work, so I go that way. You're starting to be more flexible, and you start to strategize more like a chess game. So you're not giving up your idea, you're just learning the rules of the game, and you're also creating new rules. You're adapting to life, to the world, to people, but keeping the integrity of your idea. And this is what makes you co-create, because when you do a step forward, then life makes the other step, or takes the other step, and you start this dance with one another, you and life, and suddenly you have a beautiful composition. And all these fears, all this resistance goes away, because you're just doing it, you're just going step by step by step, instead of being overwhelmed by the hugeness of your ambition. You're just going step by step. And when you realize it, you're already within the realization and manifestation of your dream. So this is what you're going to do. And this will empower you. You're now taking the lead. You're full in control. And that's what the strategy card also says, is take control of your life. Take control of your dream, of your project. And this is what the stag card also tells you. You're in control. You're the one who decides, right? I think until now you've been controlled by fear and the sense of not deserving it, or not allowing yourself to do what you love. But you're now saying, so these fears, like I said, you're overcoming it, you're understanding, you're being more compassionate with yourself, you're being more loving towards yourself. And then you're saying, okay, that was fun while it lasted, or not, but now it's my turn, and now it's my rules, and now I tell the world, or tell my world, how I want this to be done. So we're starting to have this vision. So the obstacles, they're not going to bother you anymore. You just take them as blessings in disguise, because probably that was the wrong direction for you anyway. Just you start seeing them as doing you a favor, but the main thing is that you don't stop creating. And then you change your plans, and then you go in another direction. Like I said, keeping the integrity of your vision, but trying another route in order to make it real. Yeah. And the thing is, you're getting more empowered. And this energy is so beautiful. This energy that you are gaining and that you're transforming, that you are allowing to fill you. It's so beautiful, it's so loving, and so strong. So, so strong, so powerful. And this will make you stand tall and walk tall, with pride, and do what you have to do in order to fulfill your purpose. So, pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it makes sense. I hope it resonates, and I hope it inspires you as well. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.